Okay, so you're going to look on here. Again, this is where the link is. Thursday of week 2, you're going to click on the physical activity plan workbook. That's going to bring the link up down in the corner here. You're going to click on that to open the Excel document. And that's going to bring you right into the strength part of the packet. When this pops open, as you're going through here, so this is where if you have your muscle anatomy worksheet, that is going to help you fill out these workouts. So up here I'm going to type whatever your muscle fitness goal was. So if your muscle fitness goal was something having to do with bench press, we'll say I will be able to bench press my body weight by Christmas. Say that's your strength goal. So you're going to type whatever your strength related goal is in there. Then you're going to go down and tell us what your warm-up is. This doesn't need to be super detailed, but it needs to be complete. So I'm going to jog 2 minutes, and then I'm going to do some dynamic stretching. Okay, and I'm going to hit all the muscle groups. Okay, so my first exercise, remember each of these workouts you're trying to hit all of your muscle groups. So we're trying to get at least 10 of the exercise groups that we had on the website, or I'm sorry, on the worksheet in here. So I'm going to start, I like to start my workouts with a lower body exercise. Okay, this is our body weight workout, the first one. So I'm going to do walking lunges. Okay, and muscle groups for walking lunges is going to hit my quadriceps, going to hit my hamstring, gluteus. Okay, and I'm going to do 3 sets of 15 per leg. So I'm going to do that. And then my resistance, this one I just put BW for body weight because I'm going to do body weight for all of them. So all these exercises, however many I do, is going to be a body weight one. Then I'm going to go over here and probably do an upper body one so that my legs get a break. So I'll go bench press, or sorry, I have a bench press goal, but I'm doing a body weight workout. So now that I'm in here, I'm going to do push-ups. But to make it a little bit more like bench press, I'm going to do them with elevated feet. And that's going to work my pectoralis and my anterior deltoid and my triceps. And I'm going to do 2 sets to muscle failure, which I'm just going to abbreviate MF. Then I'm going to go to another one. I'm going to do a core exercise. Somebody give me a core exercise. Okay, we'll throw sit-ups in here. Okay, and that's going to work my hip flexor. Isn't one of the items in your list, but you could put it in there if you know it's one of them. It would work my rectus abdominis, which is on your list. And I'm going to do 1 set of 60. And then I'm going to go back and do another lower body one, and I'll do wall sits to focus on quads. And we're going to go 2 sets to 30 seconds because you don't really do reps on wall sits. So I'm going to continue on down with this until I've hit at least 10 of the major muscle groups that we talked about on the muscle anatomy and exercise worksheet. Okay, and fill all of this information in. Then I'm going to go down here and do flexibility. If you have a goal, or if you're thinking you want to have a flexibility item in here, then I'm going to go down here and put stretch all lower body. And then maybe on here I'm going to make sure that I do a chest stretch because I'm focusing on bench press and I know I'm going to push it hard when I do my push-ups or whatever the case may be. I'm going to put those stretches in under flexibility. Then I'm going to scroll down here and do the same thing with my machine workout. Put a warm-up in here and then go down and start adding exercises. So maybe here, my lower body one, instead of walking lunges, because I'm on a machine, I'm going to do the leg press machine. And I'm going to keep adding things as we go through there. And then the personal choice workout can be it can be a mix of the other things off of your anatomy worksheet, or it can be just exercises. That one is kind of flexible. The one thing you have to do is you have to still fill out all of this information over here. You're still filling out what muscle groups are getting hit, how many sets, how many reps, and what the resistance is. For these ones that aren't body weight resistance, if you want to be so specific that you would put in the weight that you know you would use, you can do that. Otherwise, you would just type in here weights, okay, or stack weights, or free weights, or whatever the case may be. So you're just going to put something like that in the box for resistance. I don't expect you to enter, well, I'm going to do 20 pounds when I do this exercise, and I'm going to do 40 pounds when I do the next one. Okay, that'll make sense on that one. We're good to go. The cardio plan, cardio goal at the top. Okay, I will run a half marathon in 2 hours and 10 minutes before the end of the school year. Sounds like a good goal. Okay, and then I'm going to go down here, workout 1. I'm going to put, well, for warm up, I'm going to jog 3 minutes, and I'm going to do some leg swings and stretch lower. We'll just leave it at stretch. Again, that doesn't have to be super specific. You do need to know how much time you think your warm-up's going to take, so I'll put, with leg swings and stretching, maybe this is going to take me 6 minutes. Then I'm going to go for a run, and I'm going to do 2 intervals. So I'll put run 1. I'm going to go for 15 minutes, and my target heart rate zone that I figured out in class the other day was 148 to 184. At first, I'm going to go in the lower half of my zone, so I'm going to go 148 to 160, we'll say, is my target. That'll still count as vigorous, and it'll still count as bone strengthening. And then I'm going to go down and do run 2, where I'm going to go a little bit faster. Now remember, when we total up all of these workouts, there needs to be 75 minutes that counts in vigorous. So I've got to make sure that as I go through, I'm averaging about 25 minutes a workout, unless I'm going to do more than 3 days. So I did 15 in the lower half of my zone. I'm going to do 10 more minutes at 160 to 184 and push the top end of my zone. And then for cool down, I'm going to do a 5-minute, I'm going to do just a brisk walk, and I'm going to do it for 5 minutes, and I'm not going to need to put in intensity. You only need to put your heart rate in for things that are going to count for vigorous, so that I know that you know what your zone is. Okay, and then I'm going to go down here and do the same thing. These workouts need to have variety. We can't have the same workout 3 times. There needs to be some different. Whether you change how long you're going to do different parts of your zone, or maybe one day is a day where you're going to bike, or one day is a day where you're going to rollerblade. There has to be some variety to the cardio. At least one thing has to change in here. You know, if you have a running goal, you can do all running, but you have to make some modifications so your workout's not the exact same. Okay, questions on the cardio plan? We're good to go. Okay, and then on the activity log sheet, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to type my cardio goal in. Okay. And then I'm going to go down to the muscular fitness and type in my strength related goal, whatever that is. Body composition goal, I'll put in this on this page. I will lower my body fat percentage to 15% by Christmas of this year. Okay. And then I'm going to go down here, and now this is where I'm planning. I'm going to be blending what I got off my activity log, some of the easier things that I already have going on in my life, with a plan that still meets the 4 requirements for physical fitness. Okay, and those 4 requirements we talked about: 60 minutes a day, 3 strength workouts, 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic, and then 3 bone strengthening. Okay, so I've got to go, when I get to the totals for each day, and then I look at the end of the workout and I get to day 7, by the time I get to the end, I have to have accomplished all these things, and those are on that checklist that you received. So day 1 is usually, for me on a workout, day 1's Monday, and I'm going to say this is going to be one of my cardio days. So I'm going to do cardio workout 1, okay, which I know relates to what's over here on the cardio plan. And I'm going to go in here, okay, this is a total of how much time? What's the total here? You guys still alive back there? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's kind of smallish. Okay. So we've got the total of these 4. So I've got 21 and 15. So I've got 36 minutes here. And then I'm going to go over to my log sheet. So the total workout time was 36 minutes. Okay. The vigorous part was the 25 minutes in the middle. So I've got 25 minutes of vigorous. Doesn't count for muscle strengthening, but it does count for bone strengthening. And now once you have your workout in there, now I'm going to go in and add some of the other stuff that might be on your log. So passing time, I'm going to add, maybe I have 15 minutes of passing time that qualified. That gets me to 51 minutes. I need 9 more minutes. So maybe I'm going to just go for a brisk walk around the block, 10 minutes. Okay, it doesn't count for vigorous muscle or bone strengthening. So at the end of this day, I've got 61 minutes, 25 of it's vigorous, and I've got 1 bone strengthening workout. On day 2, I'm going to do my body weight strength workout. Okay, and then I've got to look at that and figure out about how long I think that's going to take once I have it completed. I'm going to come over here and say, well, I think it's going to take about 40 minutes. It's not going to be vigorous, but it is going to count for muscle strengthening. Okay, so I need 20 more minutes of activity. So maybe at your house every day, every Tuesday, you get to mow the lawn. So I'm going to put that down. Okay, and then I've got passing time. So I've got my 15 minutes of passing time. Mowing the lawn at my house takes about 50 minutes. Okay, so for this day, I've got 105 minutes total. I don't have any vigorous, but I've got a strength workout in there. And then I'm going to go down here, and this maybe is my day for cardio workout 2. And then I'm going to continue to fill that out until I'm done and meeting these. So your days where you have either a cardio workout or a strength workout, it's going to be pretty simple to get to 60. You're not going to need a lot of extra time, but if you don't have that spread out all over all 7 days, you're going to have one day where maybe you do have to go for an hour-long walk in order to make it. Or you've got to make that your chores day if you have chores that you got to do at home or something. So, yeah, and we missed the bone strengthening on here. Okay. So that's what you're going to do. In the end, you're going to turn in this page on top, and then your strength training plan and your cardio plan attached to it. And then your back page will be the checklist that I gave you yesterday. So you'll have a chance. You have everything that you need information-wise in that group, and then that's what you're trying to get accomplished with the assignment.